Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. And this time around, I'm going to be doing the Omicron storyline. So, we're going to start Restaurant's Guide to the Dragon. Restaurateur's Guide to the Dragon Star. The last Dregs management would discuss further development of your business plan. Omissive status thriving. According to recent scans, the AI also emit pleased vibrations. And they aren't the only ones. Members of quite a few civilizations have been enjoying watching the meal received frolic and the customer satisfaction has risen accordingly. On that note, is it just about time for our regular rounds of cafe? Care to join? I see no reason not to. Alrighty. Last time we managed to get the Aya, as well as a creature that it's either from their past or possibly something based off something from their past, but from new. Either way, it's a new creature entirely according to the data they have, so that's neat. Cafe status bustling. Installation of additional seating is recommended. As you can see, the last dregs is now patronized by entities of all ages. We've expanded our beverage range to accommodate both the young and very, very old accordingly. Now the Moo Missive and the A have settled in, the timing to introduce new patrons is optimal. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking the same. We've had such good luck with the Aya. It seems only natural we invite the Dragon's Nest. They too are residents of Ultima Thule, after all. This unit Shall this unit scan your cranial cavern for irregularities? We Omicrons, the dragon's natural enemies. They would not willingly break bread or any other substance with us. Projections indicate we may be they may be traumatized for the very suggestion. Are you worried about them? Oh, how endearing. Yet, if Ultima Thule is to move forward, its people cannot remain mired in the conflicts of the past. It would befoul the dynamis, for one thing, and bugger up our hard work. You must learn to live in harmony. Acknowledged, but this unit will excuse itself from the promotional efforts. The probability of the Dragon Star lifeforms reacting adversely to Omicron presence in their territory exceeds acceptable parameters. Oh, parameters, parameters. It may be risky, but if the dragons are to believe the Omicrons have turned over a new leaf, I could think of no better ambassador. May not be able to rewind time and, unconquer the Dragon Star, but you can certainly strive to do better in the future we're creating. Dynamis makes the impossible possible, you said so yourself. Encouragement tentatively internalized. This unit will attempt to serve as ambassador for peace. Then off it is to Red Tara we go. Do 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 do. Alright, let me I should probably activate streamer mode so that we don't have yet another interruption from Discord stuff. I do this on stream instead of on recording instead of later because I am very professional, as you can see. I imagine it's not a huge deal, or else I would have just re-recorded. And I'm doing this separate recording since well, for blunt, my internet connections have been on the fritz lately, so yeah, I'm gonna have to be prepared for a number of things. I've already contacted my provider. I think I mentioned on stream properly, but I probably should mention it here as well. I think I wasn't exactly clear when I told my provider I was having trouble, quote-unquote, with streaming, because my download speed is actually perfectly fine. It's the upload speed that is weird, which of course means issues with streaming itself. Beleaguered Dragon. Aww. Good perpetual evening, good sir, madam, or other. Can I just... Good perpetual evening, good sir, madam, or other. Can we interest you in a cup of coffee? A lot of time I didn't mean to click out the window. So of course I panicked and on going. This unit has detected an additional hurdle to fulfilling current objective. Excuse me, can I interest you in anything at all? Hello, ignoring me won't make me go away. Right, the language barrier. That's also a rather important, actually, right. I wondered how a tuft of floss did come to clamour so much, but 'tis more than one of thy strange companions. This actually explaineth much. Wilt thou not leave me to my slumber, so long am I when weary? We have just the thing for that. Coffee, delectable cuisine as well. Why not stop by the last dregs and see what civilizations of Ultima Thule are raving about? I, I realize you may have complicated feelings about my Omicron friend here, but we would nevertheless offer you a place to eat, drink, and be merry. Art thou attempting to provoke me? I suppose it matters not. Neither grief nor hate stir within me. My flame hath long since flickered and died. For the news that you do not wish to inflict vengeful obliteration upon the Alpha Trump Star would be welcome. However, this unit finds it unexpectedly difficult to process. Are you certain you do not desire revenge, not even a micron? It may be advisable to gnaw on this unit in the name of experimentation, lest your conclusion be premature. To what end? The destruction of a single machine changeth not, meaneth not. I suppose he has a good point. Their world is already gone. Aye, we dragons once revelled as thou wouldst have me do. In the mountain shadow we gather and sing. Yet even our melodies are naught but a memory now. I no longer weep for silence, machine. Why dost thou believe I have aught to spare for thee? Hmm. Perhaps knowing that their race is thriving on a new world might change their mind if we can. After all, what they aren't aware is that Midgard Zormir and his family managed to relocate whatever remained to Ares. Conversational difficulty levels critical. This unit request permission to retreat. Not so fast, not so fast. Carelian's apocalyptic aggression didn't stop us, and neither will this dragon's depression. All of our patrons have needed a little help in learning to hope again. It's just a matter of discerning what they value and how to provide it. Fortunately, we have the Great Coat at our side. I've heard it tell you have no little experience in trading with dragons. Although the dragons here may not recall their passions, if the Dragon Song War is any indication, the brethren on Atheres have possessed no such problem. Surely at least one dragon of your acquaintance whom we can consult? Vitra could explain in terms we can understand. Vidofnir is wise and has been kind to me. Either of these would be fine, but let's go with the oldest one who might remember. Might be a bit busy leading the main story and his country. Mitra, the satrap of Razat. No, I wouldn't dream of calling away from his work for this. Oh. Yeah, that was a bit my concern as well, but at the same time, he is older than Vidofnir, so... Oh, Vidofnir it is, then. As the leader of her people and arbiter of peace, she must have some advice about disagreeable dragons, and she doesn't sound like the sort to let her elders on the Dragon Star wallow for eternity. Aetheria's historical records are not registered to this unit's database, but the proposed course of action sounds logical as described. It is statistically probable they will not welcome assistance from a former enemy, but this unit believes we must restore hope to dragonkind. And it's decided. Do we need to pack Chase's wax or something? This unit must remain in Ultima Thule to ensure smooth operation of the last dregs while allied life forms are away. However, a portable communications drone can be dispatched for this journey. We are going quite a long ways in universe. Quite literally in universe. How convenient. Let us make for Annex Trine post-haste. I guess our character must have mentioned that, because I don't think we mentioned that. Why, recall... Would that I could recall the field mountain breeze, but even that lieth beyond my power now. Bit of an expensive trip, but I suppose we are traveling from, the far ends of existence. Even the very name Ultima Thule is reference to the ends of existence itself. Actually, I can look it up right now. Ultima Thule milling. Distant unknown region. The extreme limit of travel and discovery. A fitting name. Right, Vidofnir's on the second floor. But as this place is in ruins, it should be pretty easy to... Yep. Yeah, the Heaven's Ward areas are all very much designed to be very annoying to navigate on foot, but very easy to travel with in flight. And this is no coincidence. This was the expansion that introduced flying mounts, after all. At first, only the newer ones could and the old ones couldn't, but eventually, I don't remember if it was later in Heaven's Ward or in Stormblood, but eventually made it okay, just all mounts can fly, doesn't matter. I think it was still in Heaven's Ward, yeah, just late Heaven's Ward. They were just all, okay, all mounts can fly, doesn't matter how much sense it makes. It's just a lot easier than trying to separate them. And you know, I can respect that. Dost thou ever rest, little one? Thou hast brought salvation to the star, yet thy countenance bespeaks a mission. Don't worry, I'm gonna go on a vacation come the next expansion. I am Mini. Well, the will of the star has blessed thee with charming companions. Yet to think I should meet the machines that drove my grandfather from the Dragon Star is like unto a bedtime fable. Fear not, I shall not rebuke thee. Thou would not be the first to call an old foe friend. 'Tis the fate of the dragons that concerneth me. To condemn them to an empty existence furthermore would be cruel indeed. This unit did not expect to find you so pleasant, alive. It is difficult to locate the proper lexical data. Jamming Way shared much data about the dragons of Atheres during the journey, but this unit struggles to process those who embrace the ageless existence upon the star, are of the same species as the life forms we encountered within Ultima Thule. Your dragons, too, faced countless battles and great suffering, yet they emerged whole. This unit wonders how much can be attributed to faith in their allied units, and how much the resilience of their hope, or perhaps if these two variables are in fact one and the same. Oh, and I love this playing a Heaven's Lord theme here. Which brings us back to our purpose here. Is there anything we can say to the dragons of Ultima Thule that could open their hearts to embrace hope once more? My sire, my father, Resvelgar, often spoke of Midgard Sormir's tales of the Dragon Star. For these memories, for from these memories was our Somal born. 'Tis mine understanding that the Dragon Star possessed a sacred peak resplendent, and 'twas my grandfather sire's longing for its heights that drew him to this nest upon Atheres. Mine ancestors doubtless felt its loss as keenly, yet their despair hath given way to exhaustion. The memory 'tis but an dull ache within their hearts. Restore to them the memory untainted by bitterness, that they may yet be inspired by as my grandsire once was. Words, however, shall not suffice. If words, and what about taste? We've managed to invoke joyful recollections from soup. Surely we could do the same for the dragons, perhaps. Previous customer data supports this hypothesis. However, dragons do not possess a culinary tradition as such. As with the Gribbeloffs, we must think outside standard parameters. Oh, I do believe I have precisely what we need. Among the recipes provided to us by our Charlene... Oh, right, I should have removed this. Charlene collaborators is one from Ishgard, a dessert resembling Somal. That's not outside standard parameters. I don't know what is. A curious proposal, but thou art welcome to attempt it. My grandsire once spoke of an iridescent fish from the Iron Feast. Its scales a shade identical to the Dragon Star's holy peak. Collect one with my blessing. I'm told they subsist upon roe. This unit recommends you that all proceeds reminds you that all proceeds from Gold Salmon Row available from research will be directed towards Omicron enhancement initiatives. Sounds like we shall be gazing upon a resplendent and edible peak in no time. This unit requests that you return to last dregs for initiating baking protocols. The utility of this drone's tiny digits is limited. I'm going to guess that little drone is the mini pet we get from the quest line, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Thou art truly a warrior of warriors, yet much else besides. Over at the Iron Feast, huh? Now, for the record, the patch has dropped as of the recording I'm doing here. And in fact, I was originally planning to stream through the story, but unfortunately, like I said, my connection has really rotten upload speed. So while I can download things just fine, uploading is not going to happen, and as streaming is very upload heavy, that's not happening, yeah. Oh, and as you can see, I did already complete 3 quests to also do the next one to skyrocket the progress towards the next level, as you do, as per usual. But I forgot, the final level after the storyline is mostly completed more or less, does not get this bonus for whatever reason. Shadowbringers did the same thing now that I remember. I don't remember for Stormblood at all. Oh, wonderful. Copper scale, large. Oh yeah, I did get the emote from before. Wait, what is it again? Emotes. Special, oh yeah. Number of the special ones are consistent. Yeah, a lot of the special ones are consistent. The expressions are just the character's face. Rather ideal for screenshots. Here we are, ear wiggle. Even grow Laporte ears for it. That's adorable. I didn't remember if I showed it off before, and I probably should have, but oh well. Base Omicron. And I do have that one set as a special, set as a favorite, simply so I can return to it easily. Not to Sigma 4. Oh right, the last Dregs host unit. We'll teleport here then. Drone battery is low. This unit has returned to its charging station despite Jammingway's protests. Wait a minute, what does Jammingway say first? We do strive to make our dishes visually appealing, but this will be our greatest challenge yet. I do hope the dragons appreciate it. Drone, oh yeah. The nigh luminous green of this wavekin scale is as beautiful as the peaks of the dragon star, assuming the beholder's eyes belong to a dragon, that is. Ingredients consistent with Dragonstar's environmental records. Please initiate baking protocols. Consider them initiated. Dessert is a go. Remember, machine, 'tis only at the purported request of my kin across the expanse that I humor you. Humor thee. Do not test my patience over long. We wouldn't dream of it. Now, if you would come this way. Great, let me, here. Oh, that's really cool looking. Thy tiny hands wrought this for my sake. It's a really cool look. Really cool looking dessert. Why do they always make the food look good here? I mean, it's no Monster Hunter, but, well, Monster Hunter has a lot more they can dedicate to making the food look good. Usually they have to make do with the descriptions, but this time they really took advantage of the fact they get a rare chance to flex making the food look actually really delicious. Yes, Kota's less tiny hand. No, that's not 7,000. That's jamming way. Yes, Kota's less tiny hands and then 7,000 spinny what's it's also helped. We worked hard to make it look as much like the holy peak of Dragon Star as we possibly could. Do do you like it? Well, if there's one thing that can give people hope, it's the nostalgia. 'Tis difficult to stay. My palate recalleth not what favors once appealed, not what flavors once appealed. Visually, however, I see it. The peaks dividing the Dragon Star in twain, bright clouds to shroud them. I feel the wind upon my scales. I remember. And you don't want to get caught up in nostalgia too much, so much that you miss the good things going forward, but at the same time, suppose you're in no way required to actually throw those things away. It would be a bad idea to, in fact. I do cherish a lot of memories of the games I did play in my past, and why I even like to talk about them during my birthday month specials. They're important to me, if nothing else. And I guess that's a passing strange place, this. Yet for the newfound bond with my distant kin, and these memories gifted unto me, I am grateful. The gesture hath touched me, of that be certain. It's alright to miss home. Everyone does, sometimes. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying, so it feels like the most appropriate to say, Indeed, how beautiful it was, our dragon star, how joyfully its winds did brace our wings. I should like my kin to remember, not to mourn them, but to dream of them once more. Ishun is pleased to hear of your spiritual revival. However, be remiss of this unit not remind you that our establishment employs a large number of Omicron staff. Your kin would be most welcome to join you, but would this be intolerable to them? Metal warrior, thou art not the same as thou once were. No more are we. I know not what to make of this future, but I would linger no longer in the past. That is why you created this place, is it not? Logic circuits complete. Threat level nominal. Business status booming. However, this unit is experiencing an anomalous overflow. Conditions mathematically insufficient to generate current levels of mission satisfaction. Further analysis is required. Initiating additional processes. Are you sure you weren't just happy? You know, like a squishy, wishy organic life form? An illogical life form such as yourself could not begin to understand this unit's internal workings. Terminating interaction. Goodbye. Just telling him to shut up. Don't you dare go into sleep mode, you coward! We cannot let in 7,000's emotional dysfunction detract us from our success. To Elysian, we'll drag him there if we must. Oh, looks like they eventually got it working. If we're lucky, the dragon even chuckled a bit at that. I guess our character must have stopped to let him know some about the changes to Elysium. After all, the dynamics of everyone's emotions are absolutely impacting this in some fashion. We just need to see exactly how. I'm probably just gonna stick to Fisher, I guess, for the whole story quest line. It's not that I don't dislike any of the others, it's just, well, I've been doing it so far, and as we've seen, the quest dialogue does change a bit based on which gathering job you're in, so it's probably good if I stick to one for the consistency. For Pleaser Fane from vibrating your vocal organs, this unit will continue processing anomalous satisfaction levels once Elysian status has been verified. The eggs that are no longer rotten. And those peaks, I see. So they really were always green peaks. Do hope that winds bless yonder peak. Inspiration has touched the dragon's hearts and given form to a nostalgic vista from the Dragon Star. Yet there's still room for Elysium to grow and change. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? What a majestic sight that was, and so pointy! Harmony between dragons and Omicron defies all prior projections. A rousing success, then! Given historical events, it should not be possible per the laws of the universe. Only in Ultima Thule could such a thing occur. In that case, I better not question our potential ever again. This is definitive proof that we can do anything we put our minds to it, no matter what your projections say. I was created by someone too, you know. But I don't believe that being artificial makes our experiences any less worthwhile. We're here and we're making a difference. Have a little faith, and that's what living here is all about. This unit did not realize they were plagued by similar existential doubts, though it does explain your desire to pry into psyches you do not understand. Nevertheless, this unit will produce noises of generalized validation. Good, good. Well, we created a miracle here today, as well as bonds between dragonkind that span time and space. I propose we bask in that glory for a little while. Reputation up, the last dregs. Honored. Ooh, rider selection of wares. I assume that includes the mini there. Voices of a distant server. Lumini? No, oh, no, we already have the Lumini. This floating ball of fleshy horror was modeled after an Aya who failed to gain... Oh, that was a horrifying one. It's in the list, right? Alright, should be with the tribal ones here. Here we are. Stigma 4 product manufactured as a warning for those Aya who might rush into attaining a fleshy vessel before recalling the shape of their corporal form. Those who yearn to experience a taste of ice cream, however, the reward may be worth the risks. Who would I not give to don fleshy raiments once more before I pass the void? Envious Aya. And you know what, I can bring it out for a bit just to see what it does. Lumini. Oh, I see. That's what those generic enemies in the Aya area are. Ayas that were attempting to bring their, regain a physical form before they could properly visualize or create it. Alright, that makes sense. Whoops, not that one. I should probably swap it to the less horrifying one. I have it as Finding Way right now, but I've been using that butterfly a lot. I used the butterfly because it was pretty fitting to match with my outfit for the, I believe it was a Red Mage. So, and since I was Red Mage for a couple expansions, it stuck around for quite a while. I'll fish it myself. Alright. I already, I'll just finish these off real quick. Oops, I'll try and rush the new ones. Now let's see here. Not Forgotten. Despite its incomparable processing capabilities, it would appear there are many concepts Stigma 4 has yet to properly understand. Oh, right, their zoo proprietor, the Last Dregs, has decreed the dragons residing in Ostracon to be offered rudimentary tools for grooming. Gifts, in its words, as a gesture of kindness. Oh yeah, the grooming is in body care. Okay, that makes sense. The obstinate and picky proprietors advised that tools be synthetically recreated no avail. It's instead been decided to implement will be inferior substitutes of organic origin, somehow that it would somehow be more genuine, hence the allied unit services are required. Further elucidation deemed unnecessary. Mission requested. Proceed and secure a single of astrology. Checking for cavities. In the proprietor's dubious wisdom, it's been decided the teeth of polishing tools are to be supplied for mains of oral cavities of draconic clientele and incorporated into service of the cafe patrons. Determining suitable matter to fulfill this purpose requires extensive search covering billions of entries across 1,000 databases. Trifling task. Material located. Allied unit is Coda hereby requested to relocate. Samples may be delivered. Okay, so yeah, delivered to an NPC afterwards. Brainstorm. Communication from the area residing also receive word spread using a flash medium for sensory perception data. Use as a flash medium for sensory perception data, ergo additional non-corporal demonstration. Experience could be achieved by visiting cafe. Preliminary calculations, however, suggest appeasing them with trial in the colony and provide effective means. Responsible for reintroducing the thoughts entities to the notion of the gustostory stimuli and is therefore responsibility to acquiesce their demands, visit the abode of the aid, make contact. Yeah, the AI don't have physical bodies, so they can't even eat or sleep. Oh my, there's a lot of dragons here, aren't there? Might as well do these on stream while I'm here. I'm just gonna do these quests on stream, on recording here, just for fill some time there. Okay. The quest itself was only about 30 minutes going by my timer here, so it's probably within my best interest to add a bit more. And it's not gonna be too much if we're honest, so I'm not worried. Might as well sprint a bit. Although I do wish it worked like it did in PvP. You sprint until you do a different action. Then again, I guess that would make a traversal. Well, no, you already have mounts for easy overworld traversal, and they even remove the penalty where if you get hit from behind, you get slowed, and that debuff persisted even if you dismounted. But they removed that a while ago, and so they don't even have that. It's whatever, honestly. In the general sense, you usually aren't going to... It's usually pretty easy to go around enemies, even in the more clustered areas. I never found it too big of an issue, so... Cosmic Sponge. There we are. I didn't realize the Grebelups were so adorable with their masks off. I was expecting fish, not harp seals. Although I guess they are kind of a mix, since the whole reason they have those suits is because they need to be kept hydrated. That's right, full time. Might be faster to do it this way. Usually when I'm doing these quests, I won't teleport around, but I do want to get to the good parts. But then again, I did say didn't want to stretch it. Well, it was a bit too short, but at the same time, I do think there's value in showing these quests. After all, it does typically go into daily life stuff. Visual confirmation of allied Coda's arrival. Preparations for demonstrations are complete. Now again, consumption of the 3 available organic substances. Now utilizing scan of allied life forms, story inputs. Potentially metaphorical, single slice of bread, the decidedly unpoisoned apple, low grade choking hazard, and extra sticky rice ball. Let's go with some basic bread then, I guess. Oh my, it's begun. The poor fleshy thing forced to fill its oral cavity with organic foodstuff, using its lingual nerve to collect flavor as it masticates with the matter with its teeth. In the finale, degurgit. Gladiation. How messy, how troublesome, how primitive. Accessory data received, weighing the command, transmit data to the inexplicably narrating life form. Yes, just give me the data, shock my senses, I beg you. Now, transmitting data. Oh my, sensation, the signal from a phantom organ I no longer possess. How wonderfully bizarre. Yes, I'm confident that what you consumed was kneaded and baked result of finely powdered grain. Why not simply ingest the grain with its original state, I pondered, but my proverbial eyes have been opened. Not only does it have a uniquely satisfying mild flavor, but unbelievably soft texture as well. I now understand the fleshy ones do not consume organic substances strictly out of nutritional necessity, but for stimulation. Altogether fascinating. I must see this cafe myself. Departure of screeching non-corporal life already confirmed. This unit will return its duties, where countless such beings doubtless await. Allied units encouraged to return for mission debriefing. I guess if anyone is only interested in the main story, that could be complete. It's pretty much a complete, so. Advanced Dental Polishing Unit. Once requested samples have been converted to tools, this unit will approach nearby dragon, demand the unclenching of dragon's jaw, and proceed to climb inside and perform polishing. Estimated chance of survival, less than 1%. The still very much alive and wriggling sponge can be scrubbed against the dragon's fangs for proper cleaning, but it probably shouldn't be for the sake of both parties involved. Initializing conversion process, this unit will now transition to dental polishing to carry mission. Goodbye, allied life form. To one other, an ally of the strange tired rabbit. It appeared once before me long ago, insisting it should offer me a gift. Though you cannot be certain how this otherworldly clump of algae is beneficial to dragons, it's the thought that counts. Oh, soft floor indeed. But I do not understand thine intention by presenting it to me. Thou wouldst offer me gifts, mementos of the Dragon Star. Perhaps if I squint, I could see some resemblance. Regardless, 'tis heartening to know someone would remember us even now. I thank thee, thine, for the sentiment. And of course, the easier one to return to. Excellent, everything's all in one place, so it was pretty easy to turn all those in. And I'm definitely seeing why people say that fishing in this game can be quite relaxing. Not forgotten. Allied units has returned unscathed in spite of anticipated mission failure, requesting full report. Dragon expressed gratitude, preposterous. Projections indicate cataclysmic results. Reassessment of annoying proprietor's intelligence will be necessary. Commencing reevaluation. Beep. Fatal error. Process terminated. Brainstorm. Return of allied unit recognized, requesting full mission report. Congratulations on successful ingestion. Though this outcome was expected, it is also desirable. Guerrilla demonstration will be logged as effective means of encouraging interest in sensory perception. It is fortunate a number of AIA were present during your execution of objectives. Due to the lack of physical form as well as conditional operating protocols, luring them to the last dregs has been surprisingly difficult, even for tactical specialists. However, those who watch this demonstration from afar may choose to participate in the future. Should the opportunity present itself to carry out a similar, your services will be required once more. Dang, already maxed out. Return of allied unit. Your contribution to the universe's aggregate dental hygiene levels is greatly appreciated. Initiating gratitude monologue. Review of records conflict on the dragon stars indicate dragons have maintained oral hygiene. Masticate on rocks and similar objects. Necessity of dental polishing service now brought into question. Nevertheless, there's a non-zero possibility of positive reception by cafe patrons. Production of specialized teeth cleaning drones added to queue with trial runs ensue. Allied units cooperation remains categorized as necessary. Excellent. Here. Yep, we're slowly making further progress. But I guess that's going to be all for now. Alright. Well, until next time, thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.